Hello guys, today I want to show you how to control timeouts of coroutines in Python. We'll be having a quick walkthrough timeout for setting timeout for one coroutine, for a bunch of coroutines, and we'll see the behavior of all completed first exception keywords, which are quite the same as promise, all, promise, any in JavaScript. Let's go to the code, and this is what we get. Event loop initialized, and we have a function wait_for where we see the behavior of one coroutine f, which does basically nothing but random time of sleeping. In reality, it could be doing whatever. It could be doing any kind of request to the remote server or to the database or the file system in general. The only assumption we are making here is that it's time execution we know, and it's not very common that we have in real life, because most of the time we do not know when will our execution to remote server will end, but let's make that assumption for the simplicity, and maximum amount of time will be 1 second and 5% plus. Let's see what behavior we'll receive when setting time out of half second, because the maximum is 1, the minimum is close to 0, so we expecting here that half of our executions will receive the result, and half of them will be seeing a message about the error. Let's execute the code, and we see in timeout with the seeing result, timeout result, timeout result, and it's quite a repeatable behavior. Obviously, if we set a timeout longer than the maximum amount of execution of this function, we'll be seeing 100% of accuracy, and we'll be receiving 100% of the result. Well, that's it. That's quite predictable. So I think that is all for this function, for this case of having one coroutine, and let's go to the next case where we'll be having 60 of them, or any kind of amount of them. Let's have 60. Basically there is not much more to talk about, except the thing that we should know these commands, and await asyncio, wait tasks, where we could set tasks, timeout, and return. Let's set timeout for 1 second and see how much of our task getting done and how much of them still pending. Let's execute, and we see that 3 out of 60 still pending, 4 out of 60, and that's quite reasonable, just because again we're having 1.05 maximum time, and here we're having a threshold of 1. If we set it to 0.5, it will be close to 50. Yes, at least it should. The most interesting part here is that pending tasks which we have here, they not getting cancelled with this call of function, because we could do it again and simply substitute tasks with pending set of tasks and see what we get in here, and this time all of remain tasks get executed successfully. So I think the last thing we have uncovered here is these keywords. So let's say let's substitute this all completed with first completed. So that means that we expect what do we expect here? That means after we have one coroutine successfully executed, everything should stop and we'll be seeing numbers like 159 all the time. Yes, I think yes. And in order to see the behavior of last control flow keyword first exception, we need to introduce exception in our function. There are many ways to do it, and let's make it this way. Set it to, let's say 20% of all the time. And see what happens here. Okay, we received first exception and still having 159, but let's make one more time. Let's wait for one more time as we did previous, and we see a lot of warnings, I think, yes. So first we see that all remained 59 are finished, but a lot of warnings, and in order not be having that wording, we just need to try to retrieve a result, I think, from our task. Just something close to this. Oh, still have something. No, that's not R, it is T. Sure. Yes, we got it. So the amount of rows of exceptions means that we receive it this time out of 60 initiated coroutines. And by the way, it's interesting that here we got even 2 paintings, just because this one finished really quickly, just because this timeout could be very quickly, very small, close to 0, yes. So I think, guys, that is all. Maybe the last thing to show is we could actually receive the results and see it, yes. So the results returned from our initial coroutine. So I think that was all that which I wanted to show you for today. If you have any questions about these topics, please feel free to post questions in the comments or send me email, text to the email, which will be in the description to this video. Thank you all for watching this video, and see you next time. Bye.